Hello, everyone.
Oh, I'm recording.
Yay. As everyone knows, I'm not very technical, so that is great that we are actually live. We are looking forward to talking to everyone tonight and explaining what we've been up to for the last 10 months and how we got to where we are with our fab new box and bottle that I will be demonstrating shortly. Do you want to introduce yourself, Lindsay, for those who don't know, maybe new to OxyPet and don't know who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Lindsey John Taylor, and I'm the co-founder of OxyPet. And OxyPet started with my own dog Mowgli, who was a boxer dog, and I've been working with this nano bubble oxygen spring water for many years in human health. And when the vet said there was nothing we can do, you're gonna have to put him to sleep. As a last resort, we tried him on the water, and I just wanted a couple of weeks, maybe just to surpass the 4 weeks. And well, he surpassed our expectation as a family, and extended his life further by another 8 months, reaching the age of 12. And that was when I was like, okay, this is important stuff. And that was when I decided I wanted to dedicate it to animals. So that became the start of OxyPet. Extended his life by 2.5 years. So he lived 2.5 years with cancer. And that was when I got into pet diet and nutrition and all the other wonderful things that that's shared out there in the holistic world. So that was the start. That was the start of OxyPet. Me, John, and Suzanne, and then we met yourself, didn't we?
We certainly did. If just very briefly, if anybody wants to know a more in-depth and detailed story in the journey of Mowgli, there is a fab book called The Magical Wonder Dog Mowgli. I think I've got that right. I might have got it the wrong way around, but that is there for anybody who wants to read it. It's a fab read. But yeah, Lindsay reached out to me, well, probably about 2.5 years ago. Initially, I was like, oh, who's this? Just another person wanting to talk to me about some product. But then the curiosity got the better of me, and I looked into it a little bit, and I was like, this actually sounds really interesting. So me and Lindsay had a Zoom, 30-minute Zoom that lasted 2 hours, and we decided that we would do a home trial on flat-faced dogs that were struggling to breathe, called OxyPet 10. And the things that we've seen was literally life-changing for a lot of these dogs. And having a flat-faced breed myself, Betty, the French Bulldog that most of you will know, I really wanted to get involved properly. So I became one of the directors of OxyPet, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah,
It's it's been really exciting because we're always seeing something new,
yeah.
and that's what I love about this. The
Always,
longer people stay with it, you just see new things all the time, don't you?
yeah, absolutely. Like some of the things, especially I always talk about the behavior side of things as well. That was very much unexpected thing that I've seen, and the skin, also the um, suppleness of the skin, which is great for our senior dogs. Obviously, this talk is not really about that, and we could sit and talk about that all night. But yeah, the different things that we're seeing as time goes on is just absolutely amazing. Betty's been on it almost 2 years now. Well, yeah, coming up 2 years in a week or so. And she's just turned 13. And as people will see from her videos on Facebook, how amazing she's doing. But really, we're going to talk about the last 10 months because it's been super exciting, super stressful at times. And I think for me, I had no clue whatsoever before coming into the business what the business side of things actually entails and the production side of things entails. I guess I was just like probably most consumers. You just think, well, it's only a bottle and it's only a box. How hard can that be? But my goodness, blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of excitement as well. But do you want to go through a little bit about why we chose the bottle? Because the bottle that we had was just a basic off the shelf bottle and it really was not fit for purpose at all, was it?
Yeah, so yeah, last 10 months, didn't we? We all came together and it was like, okay, in order to keep OxyPet going, we've got to invest and we've got to create our own bespoke bottle. So when we started OxyPet, it was an off-the-shelf bottle. This is a normal bottle of water. It's a normal water bottle, basically. It's designed and everything. But what our customers were finding, and we knew this, is that we had what was called wobbly bottles. So one customer messaged and went, she went upstairs and she put her bottles in the cupboard. And as she was going upstairs, the cupboard opened and the bottles had fallen out. So that was due to the increased amount of dissolved oxygen. It used to actually push the bottom and blow it a bit. So we knew that we had to invest in that, and so that's what we did. So with the new bottle, what we did is what's called a petalloid base. So the petalloid base is 4 times as strong. So when the oxygen goes, it's already in the water, when it's going in to the bottle. Yeah, it holds its shape, it holds its strength. So we are what I would call retail worthy. So we wasn't retail worthy before. So that's how we started. So that was the investment in the mold. So yeah, I'm so pleased with the way that it's come forward. And then what we wanted to do, because it's a lot of things are about energy, and we're all about positive energy, is that we actually included some geometry that goes around the top and goes around the bottom. So anyone who's been into water, about the energy of water, they realize that symbols also carry good positive meaning to them. So we had the germ of life put on there, which symbolizes growth. We had the seed of life, which is new beginnings, which is a part of the flower of life, which is the connection between humans and animals, which is the reason why we have pets, is our wonderful connection to them. So yeah, then we updated the label, got to change the logo, and then obviously as a hallmark, as a seal of approval, that's actually Mowgli's paw print. So to honor his legacy, we put his paw print on every single label. So yeah,
It's his actual paw print as well. You know, it's just not a paw
paw
print.
print from lockdown
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
to just put a paw print on it would have looked cool, but that is his legacy and he's always going to be on there. And I love that we've got the love heart, because the reason that we do this is a very heart-led business. We do this purely because we love animals and want to do the best for them. And then of course we've got the water droplet, which makes sense as well.
Yeah, it's very cool. She's done it. We all did it was a good job. The spring water is what we start with as a base. So we put the Cornish flag on there.
Yeah.
So that represents obviously a part of we are British made, and we wanted to honour where the actual water comes from, because just as a base of water, spring water, it's very, very good. And then been doing this for many years, and one of the things that comes up is plastic, right? But there's so many things in the world that are made from plastic, and really they're not a necessity, but it's a consumer's choice at the end of the day. So we used to be 30% recycled plastic, which is why people would go, oh, I can see a bit of color at the bottom. Well, it's the plastic, so that's a 30% recycled plastic from EU. And also bringing in different legislation now with plastic. So we, as we've said, the future of pet wellness, we always put the animals first. We think about the consumer as well. So we actually are now made from prevented ocean plastic, which I can put a link in afterwards. It's very cool. Fantastic company. It's fully audited. So this is not just recycled plastic. It's collected from coastlines, rivers, coastal communities before it reaches the ocean. So this makes a real difference to everyone else in the world by stopping that. So it prevents more plastic going in the water, microplastics get into the food chains, protects pets, families, and it's about long-term health impacts. The other things, like I said, fully traceable and audited, unlike most recycled plastics. And also we're supporting jobs and communities in vulnerable coastal areas. So you can go check out Prevented Ocean Plastic. You go check out the company. So
It's
yeah,
isn't it?
it was a huge task. Like
Yeah.
it's not a 10-month task. It's been quite a few years behind the scenes, and you can't just turn up and say, "Oh, I want this." You do have to buy in a lot of raw material.
Yeah. It was something that we really, really wanted to do, wasn't it?
Just means we're 100% sustainable, and it's also cleaner. It's cleaner, it's clearer. So it's not just a bottle or a bottle of water. It's a bottle of oxygen water. It's part of a more of a movement that's cleaning up the planet while protecting pets.
I think we do get a lot in the group as well. People say, "Oh, plastic, I wouldn't use it," blah blah, which is absolutely everybody's entitled to their personal choice. And a lot of people say about glass, but for the environmental aspect. But I think obviously we're not going to dig too deep into this for people to do their own research. But I think what a lot of people don't quite understand about glass is the footprint of recycling glass and then transporting glass is actually huge. So it's for all people think it's more environmentally friendly, it actually isn't. Plus, for us and from my perspective, plastic is the best way to transport this amazing oxygen water, and it's the best way to do it to make it within budget for people. And that's the most important thing when you've got dogs, that are unwell, struggling to breathe, whatever, they need this water. So for us, it's about getting the water to them in an affordable way as well. And I think
Yeah.
we've to do that in the best way we can by using the ocean prevented plastic. So for me, we're doing the very, very best that we can with the best products that we can at this time. So I think
It's
we
a it's a huge
good
it's a
job.
huge it's a huge win. It just means that every bottle you buy, you've actually stopped. It's just like, okay, I would do that all day long. I wish, so many would do that. The other reality is you cannot distribute this nano bubble oxygen spring water in Tetra Pak. You cannot do it in cardboard. You cannot. There is no other material. It's either plastic. It's either glass. And
Yeah.
I'm really proud of what we've done. I think it's a very good win for us, and it's a very good win for conscious consumer.
I just love the sports cap as well. Uh,
Sports Cat,
I'm
Sports Cat was interested, wasn't it? Because I
really careful
proposed the Sports Cat, and
putting the ball as well. And
it's just easier. You got less to worry about.
yeah,
You've got to screw it up. You ain't got to screw it on, and you just top it up. And like you said, it's good for the bowl.
yeah. And I found, I mean, I didn't think that she would because she's such a little, I want to say diva, but I don't like it when we say things like that about our dogs. But Betty, I took her out the other Sunday and I forgot a bowl and I won't let Betty drink out of communal bowls. And she was actually drinking a little bit out of the cap. And I was like, I'm really shocked at that. So a lot of dogs will just like on a walk, they'll just lap
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The only complaint that I have is I'm going to have to buy a new handbag because the other bottles was a little bit short and it fit perfectly in my dog walking bag. So now I'm going to have to buy a slightly taller handbag. So that's on my Christmas list. If anyone is listening and wants to buy me a new handbag. um,
Won't
so
be.
But yeah, I love everything about it.
Well, yeah, it saves on it works. I mean, we had dogs out running. We had agility dogs, and it was just like they were just pouring it like the weekend when they was out. And
I
they
mean, it's ideal for those if you need something quick and easy, you just flip the cap, squirt it in the bottle. I
yeah,
mean, sometimes if Betty's run out, because I've used a smaller bowl, which we say to everyone, and put less in, so there's no waste. But sometimes if I go in and I haven't, and she's out of water, I'm like, oh my God, I'm, one of the directors of OxyPet, and the dog's got no water in her bowl. And as I'm squirting it in, she's like practically got her head in while I'm squirting the water in. So she nearly gets a shower as well. But yeah, I think we've done a great job, and Fern, like all of us, the four of us got our heads together, and Fern as well. And Fern's just done an absolutely fantastic job. Love it.
yeah. I mean, just an update. With that, I mean, do you want to move on to the box?
From the box, shall I demonstrate the box?
Well, you can demonstrate the box, and then I was just going to cover a few points on the manufacturing side, which people were interested in to know how it all sort of pieces together.
Yeah. Shall we do that at the end when we can talk about the manufacture of well, after this bit of the bottle and the box? So this is our box. It's an empty one because I wouldn't be able to lift it up. I don't know if everybody can see this. So this is kind of the
Yep.
front. And I love that because it says more oxygen, more energy, more zoomies, more tail wags, more adventures, and more life, which the more life bit is very poignant because that's, ultimately what we want. And then we've got more information on the side. Obviously, our lovely logo and Mowgli's paw print. Then a little bit more. But the great part about this, well, there's lots of great parts. I love it because it just fits in my cupboard. Flip this, and I can just take where. I mean, anybody who's been with us a long time. I mean, God love them. They obviously love the product because they definitely wouldn't have stuck with us otherwise, because they used to come in these god awful big brown cardboard boxes with loads of packaging, and oh my goodness, I used to hate having to unpack them. These, take the plastic off, stick it in my cupboard, and I'm like, jobs are good, and absolutely love it. And then we have this little bit, and you rip it off, and it comes all the way off. um
My perforation so much cleaner than yours, Carl. I think I need a bit of QVC going on.
yeah, that comes on QVC. Well, there we go. So this bit, we actually designed this bit with the help of our lovely fan. Love this little bit. And this bit, obviously, become an OxyPet trailblazer, and it's got a little QR code. So the whole idea of this was so people can pull it off, and if they've got a friend or a family, or they're just on a dog walk, I mean, that folds up, puts in your bag, the new bag that I'm going to be treating myself to. And then if you're on a dog walk and somebody's like, oh, what's that OxyPet? You can go, actually, here's a little bit more about it with some information there, and click on that, and it'll take you to the website, and you can find out more. So I think that was a real good idea. It was like a little bit light bulb moment. And
Just
then
just using it's just using material that you've already got rather than trying to
and
add
then
something else.
obviously putting more leaflets in is more waste as well, isn't it? So for us that was another win, because it's even more sustainable, because it's already part of the box anyway. And then one of my favorite bits of the box, I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see that?
It's got Betty in it.
Little Betty. And what really makes me laugh, and it wasn't actually planned, was it? But
No, it
well,
wasn't.
when we
Yeah.
first got our boxes, we were like messaging each other, going, "Oh my God, have you seen it?" And the way the bottles sit, you can just see Betty's head peeping over the top of them. So it just really made me smile. And it just says, and this is true, and one of the reasons that I got involved with OxyPet in the first place, it says, I was born struggling to breathe. but now I'm on a mission to help other dogs. I became OxyPet's chief advocate to spread the word about something that enhances my life. If someone listened, someone cared and believed we deserve better. You are now one of the lucky ones getting OxyPet. This isn't just water, it's extra oxygen. It means we can breathe easier, play longer, and live happier. Now, don't forget to remind your human to restock your favourite tipple darlings. Love, Betty. It always makes me emotional reading that, because it's so poignant and so important, and that is our mission moving forward, is to get to as many flat-faced dogs as we possibly can. But we'll come on to our mission in a little bit. But everybody so far who's got the new boxes and bottles just absolutely love them. But on this drive, we really wanted to share how we got here in the manufacturing side, because that bit, not doing anything like this before and coming into the business, just literally blew my mind as to how much actually goes into it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot.
What a question then. So do you have a different do you have an appreciation or a different appreciation to manufacturing?
Oh my God. I honestly, I can't even explain how shocked I am at how much goes into it. It's just, it's nothing like what I thought. As a consumer, I just,
Press a button.
yeah, I didn't know what I thought. I honestly don't know what I thought, but what I thought was not like what it actually is. And I now, with other things that I buy online, supplements or food or whatever, if there's an issue or there's a problem or there's a delay, the out of stock, I'm so much more patient about it, because I'm like, there'll be all sorts going on in the background. Those people are going to be stressed to death. So I'm a bit like, it's fine. Don't worry, because I'm like, I know we've been there. But do you want to say a little bit about the box and how this is also sustainable and recyclable?
So yeah, it's it's 100% sustainable. So as a brand, as a business, we are 100% sustainable from source. So from the source of the water, and then the plant is all solar and wind, and then the bottle is made from prevented ocean plastic, and then the box is forestry sustainable as well. So we are 100% sustainable from source to the box. You know,
Yeah, doing the very, very best we can, for sure.
yeah, we've just gone that way, and it creates a good foundation and a good future. So, over the course of the last 18 months, we received feedback, and it was everything that we were thinking of, and it just so happens that with that new investment into doing our own mold and bottle, it was like, okay, let's do the box, and we just carried on. So what the customer now receives is hopefully a very nice gift. And I think some of the feedback, even my wife, because we're subscribers, right? And the post was like, "Oh, you got a gift for the dogs." So yeah, it's nice, right? So it's nice to receive something, and I think it stands out, right? I think
Yeah,
if
yeah.
purple,
It looks, the thing that I like about it is it's functional, but it's really cool, that's what I love about anything out nowadays. I didn't care years ago if something looked cool, if it was like shoes or clothes, I didn't care. But now I need things to be functional, and
and
it needs to be a bit both. So shall we explain a little bit about the manufacturing side and how difficult that was? Because obviously we were out of stock for much longer than what we wanted. We were hoping that we wouldn't actually go out of stock and it would be, really seamless switch over. But then we thought it would maybe be a week out of stock or maybe 2 weeks, but obviously it kind of dragged on. Which was a bit of a nightmare for us behind the scenes, and obviously a bit of a nightmare for some of our customers whose dogs actually really do rely on it. So we felt really upset about that, but we couldn't make things go any faster because a lot of the stuff was totally out of our control, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we started off with a mold. So a mold for this bottle weighs 300 kilos. So that got manufactured in Poland and then got sent over. Then that got a delay at customs with paperwork, just usual things. So that arrived. Then that has to be installed. Um, that's a job in itself, a huge job in itself. And then there was a delay with the pop, so that was delayed. That had a delay at customs and something else. So that's buying in the raw material. Then the box. Oh, the box. Yeah, the box was just delayed by one thing and another. Um, and then when we did order them, it was like 1,000 short. So that delayed a few more things. And then because it was a delay compared to our time frame that we wanted to be complete by, it meant them slotting it in, which was a delay. And then from slotting it in to do the manufacturing, then because it's a brand new box, it's never been put together. That then put on, yeah, it then took a lot longer with production. So yeah, we stopped all new subscriptions. So we didn't take on any new customers for over 2 months, which is obviously hard to do. We serviced our subscribers, yeah, for 2 months. And I was really, it was a really good thing to do. We kept them up to date, did as much updating as possible. And then when we did get back in, I think we actually got through the back orders pretty much within 48 hours of the backlog.
I think
So
amazing, 48 hours, because I was thinking, oh my God, this is going to take like 2 weeks. It's going to be hell on earth. But that part was actually really, I mean, you do all of that. What most people don't know is you do all that side of things. And I'm always like, oh my God, give yourself a pat on the back, because all what you do makes me want to go to bed and like hide under the covers. I'm like, I can't cope with that bit.
no, there's no rest in 7 days. But what we did is we also took on a new fulfillment company. So we moved to the Dash Group, which I have to say in the past 4 weeks have been brilliant.
Yeah.
They're a local business as well, so from Cornwall. So we've got the manufacturing there, and then we use the fulfillment, which is about 50 minutes down the road. Family business. They've been going 50, maybe 100 years. I can't quite remember, but they've been going like for quite a few decades, that's for
Yeah.
sure. And they've been great. And yeah, it's the transition's been really good, and I'm really happy how it turned out. And now the main thing now is to focus on what we've agreed as our core mission.
Yeah. And the reason that I got involved, as I was just saying, being a French Bulldog owner and actually doing a lot of research into French Bulldogs before I actually got Betty. I actually ordered, I mean, it was back in the day when, we didn't really Google much, and we ordered books. Fancy that. Read these books, and, it mentioned that, they snore and they snuffly, but if you can put up with that, they're a great dog. So Betty arrived, and we've got a video that we are going to actually do something with, because I think it's really important to share so people understand. I've got some videos of Betty snoring like honestly horrendously when she's a puppy, and the captions that I put on Facebook going, oh, ha ha, how funny is this? She sounds like a little old man, and I genuinely thought it was really cute and funny. And I look back at those videos now and I actually want to cry, because I'm like, oh my God, I had a puppy in front of me that actually couldn't breathe. And, she used to sleep with a Kong in her mouth. She used to sleep with her head propped up. And I just thought all this was like really funny and really cute. And by the time she was 5, she actually did have bowel surgery, because it was not just affecting her breathing. She was regurgitating. She had really bad acid reflux. And I just didn't know, and that really saddens me. And I feel like there's so many flat-faced breed dogs out there with guardians that absolutely adore the dogs, but they just don't know. They don't know the signs. And even if they do know some of the signs, a lot of people, myself included, just don't understand how horrific it is for the dogs and how detrimental it is for the dogs when they can't actually breathe. And OxyPet for me is just a total game changer because we can provide those dogs with the extra oxygen they need just by drinking water, just by replacing the water. Now, we've never said, and we will never say that this is some miracle cure for, all illnesses, going to be miracle cure for flat-faced dogs that can't breathe. We're never going to say, your dog won't need Bose, just give it this, because each case is different. For some cases that are mild, just having this water may well be enough. Some dogs can't have Bose surgery for whatever reason, if they've got a bad heart or, they're too old, whatever. So this is just, well, I always call it oxygen therapy in a bottle, and that's what I truly feel that it is. And when I'm trying to explain it in the group, I always say that water is beautiful, it's clean, it's the best water that you can give your dog. But what you're actually buying and what you're actually paying for is the nano bubble oxygen. And that is just game changing for so many dogs, and our flat-faced dogs and our senior dogs as well. I mean, Betty is just doing, touch wood always, is just doing fantastic. In fact, our physio, our chiropractor, last time I took Betty, she did all of her adjustments. And she said she adjusts like a young dog, not a geriatric dog. And I kind of like recalled, and I was like, a geriatric dog? I was like, oh my God. And she said, well, technically she is. She said, but honestly, I'm going to start calling her Benjamin Button, not Betty Button. She said, because every time she comes, I'm sure she's getting younger.
You do,
And
I mean, you do a lot
I,
for and
I do.
the chiropractor is, you want to share? So,
Yes. So, yeah, Friedman. And I do a lot for Betty. Yeah, she's fed great food. She doesn't get any chemicals. She goes to chiropractor. So I think she was always going to have that, edge. But I definitely think that OxyPet is giving her that next level edge
doing
because,
the same, it's doing the same as well. I was in a different situation, obviously, with Mowgli, but
yeah,
my two that I've adopted, which won't go into too long, otherwise we'll roll over. But they haven't gone to the vets,
yeah,
like anything unwell, right? And it's just like, okay, there's something going on. It's doing
yeah,
good, and you can carry what you've learned from your previous dog, and you carry it forward, and you go, right, I'm gonna put that back in and change a few bits. But Carl, I just want to do a couple of shout outs because
yeah.
I've got Caroline who's joined us this evening. Great to see you. Also we've got Lorraine and we've got homeopath Shaz. She's in the house. Stephen Fairhurst, good to see. And Amanda Moore has said, hi guys, will you ever sell to Ireland or Northern Ireland? You can buy now in Northern Ireland. So we've done that. We had to stop selling. Oh, Northern Ireland. Yeah, we had to stop selling to Northern Ireland. But yeah, it's exactly the same price. So anywhere in the UK is the same price. Can we get it to Ireland? No, we are just UK mainland, as they call it. So hi to Greer Smith. She loves the new box, and it was a nice surprise. Also out to Emma Morgan as well, and Suzanne and Caroline. And we had a message from Caroline Griffiths say she can't join us this evening, but will join on the recording. So yeah, I mean we're coming up to really the well, we've got a few more minutes left, Karla. So
What we really want people to do as well, because obviously we are a heart-led business and we are on a mission. Once I get something in my head and really want to help dogs, that's how we ended up with a group with 100,000 members. And obviously my mission has always been to help flat-faced dogs, and then thankfully you and I found each other. So what we want is our subscribers and the members of our OxyPet group to help us with that mission. So if you know of any flat-faced breeds that you think might benefit, invite them to our OxyPet Facebook community, because I think that's a great place, because people share their stories themselves. So it's not us saying, oh, get this water, it's absolutely fantastic. It's real people's stories with real dogs. And like we always say, let the dogs do the talking. They can't lie. If they're feeling better and showing you they're feeling better. So I think those stories are really powerful. Obviously, you've got this fab little bit that you can give to people. Obviously, some people will jump on it and be really interested. Other people may not be, but we're just planting those seeds, and I think that's the important thing, isn't it? It's like when we talk about anything, fresh food or whatever, not everybody's going to listen initially, but you're planting those little seeds, and
The
and that's
Yeah, I
important.
mean, the thing is, it works. It delivers more oxygen, and I've seen it since 2019.
Yeah.
And the other way you can test it a bit. Oh, do test. We'll just get two plants. Just get two plants and pour one in one and pour one in the other and see what plant grows. And that's
Well,
how No Bubbles started. It started in aquatics and plants. But just to add what you're saying, Karla. Yeah, our core mission has become to support flat-faced breeds because which we can share on another call. There is an underlying issue that goes on with flat-faced breeds, and it all starts in the blood. So we've seen the studies through Cambridge and the other studies about Boas, and it's not just about breathing, it's structural. And yeah, there's another study that's come out and it talks about the blood and how the blood is compromised. So that's the one thing that we know OxyPet does is it supports the blood. And these breeds are already hypoxic. So they're already traveling around with less oxygen. So then we've got a daily support mechanism that can provide it to them. So yeah, reaching more flat-faced breeds. And I mean, I can give a bit of an update of what we're doing over the next 3 weeks. Should I cover that part?
yep, can do. I think us doing a live on that at some point would be really great. There's loads of different things that we want to talk about, but I think doing something on that would be really powerful. I mean, I do have to say this is for all dogs, even if you've got a young, vibrant dog, it's great. But obviously, the flat-faced breeds really do need our help.
Yeah, that's how we're starting. So, we're tackling, chronic oxygen deprivation, basically. So, going forward, because we haven't done a live all year,
No.
this is like our first one, and we used to have private invites to Zoom sessions, and we thought, okay, let's just go out on Facebook, and see what people think about that. We'll do a Q&A on the next one. But so for the next 3 weeks, so we'll do every single Wednesday, and then what we'll do is we will have a break during half term, so which is the week of the 27th of October. And then what we do is we'll come back for another 3 weeks, which will be from the week of the 3rd of November up until the 26th. So we're going to do 3 weeks, we'll have a break, and then we'll do another 3 weeks. And what we would love to do is we'd love to invite anyone from the community that would love to come and share their story. Yeah, that's what we do. And we would make it worth your while because obviously you're giving up your time. And we've also got a group of professional supporters, and we are inviting them to come and share what they do, how you can reach out to them, and why they got involved with us, and also the things that they've seen as well.
Excellent. Well, I guess we are out of time. We shall let everyone get on with their evening, but I've really enjoyed it, and I hope it's given people a good insight to how we got to the new box and bottle.
The new OxyPet. So
Yeah.
we started. But if anyone's listening, the best thing to do is either go onto our Trustpilot reviews and just scroll through and see them. I had a conversation with a friend who was asking about his cat. He's been having, back and forth with his cat, and he said it'd be good for my cat. And I was like, all you got to do is just look at, other people who have stuck with it and just go, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to give it a proper go, give it a go for so many months, keep going. That's how I started. That's how you started, and just let it do its thing. But the one key thing which I always do want to cover is we do not put any toxins in our animals. With OxyPet, there's no toxins. We test free from forever chemicals and we test free from microplastics. And we do that on top of a certificate of analysis. And that's a big thing for me, for my animals, is knowing that. It ticks a big box. So that's it from me, Karla, unless there's anything
Yeah.
else.
No, we'll let everyone get on with the evening. But
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thanks everyone to listening. I will put the recording up onto our YouTube channel, and I'll send it out to our community, and then they can watch it back.
all right. Thanks, Lindsay.
Take care. See you, Carl.
Bye for now.